So they leave the trains very cold anywhere I'm at. Right now the temperature is like 40 something degrees. So they leave the door open, they do whatever they like under this Mandani, because Mandani is an African Indian parentage born in Africa, and they won the election. I used to support Mandani. So this is extreme hate. Mandani have to do something about this. They've been torturing me in this country. My mother was killed. A black American was killed. I've been trying to sue ICE. They arrested me as a child. And they said they're going to frame me up as doing drugs in the bathroom and kill me so they can kill people and nobody would dare say anything because the USA. So so they'll leave the door open. The police took my home wrongfully. I was living in the basement apartment on Staten Island. They evicted me and my mother without a court order under Bloomberg. And the HPD put me and my mother in a shelter. Then me and my mother got poisoned with anthrax. My mother was an activist. She was criticizing the police for evicting me and my mother without a court order. Then one day we went to our shelter in Brooklyn. We saw they put white powder on the bed. So we thought it was just a pesticide. But we fell asleep. We started having difficulty breathing. Blood was coming from our nose. So she ended up being admitted in the hospital. I ended up being admitted in the hospital. But they didn't test us properly for anthrax. Just like the people with Legionnaires' disease in Harlem, it killed almost 40 of them, and they told them they only had a cold. The City Hospital of New York said they had a cold last year. But it was Legionnaires' disease until somebody really asked them to do further testing. So the hospitals here are very negligent. My mother also said our drugs were part of a narcotic gang. So my mother fled the shelter. I fled the shelter also because we were about to sue the NYPD, and the NYPD asked them to poison us. So then they killed my friend and the guy that was helping us. So you can see the temperature was like 40 something degree, and they choked Regina dead. They poisoned me and my mother with anthrax in Brooklyn. So this city is into terrorism. So Mandani, you have to investigate this. I know you're now part of you said, when you first got here to America, they make fun of the accent, and you wouldn't fit in. But because of your light skin, you fit in. But we Africans and blacks, we still can't fit in. So the NYPD evicted me and my mother wrongfully from our Staten Island home without a court order. Then me and my mother went to the shelter, and my mother was very vocal. She called them a terrorist. Went on WB11 News. Help me Howard, 10 o'clock news at night. Called the NYPD terrorist. Then they poisoned our home with anthrax. They poisoned our shelter in Brooklyn with anthrax. We came home to our shelter one night, and we saw powder on the bed. So we didn't know we both slept. When we woke up, we were having difficulty breathing. Blood was coming from our nose. So we went to the hospital. I went to Cornell Hospital. My mother was taken to Staten Island University Hospital, and they didn't diagnose us with anthrax, but we both had blood coming out from the nose. I said the city hospital system and this hospital system in New York City, they are very negligent. Last year, 40 people died from Legionnaires' disease in Harlem. Legionnaires' disease is something that affects the air conditioning system, and if it's not properly cleaned up, it will continue to kill people. And 40 people perish. Each time they go to the hospital, they will diagnose them with pneumonia, and the people will fall down and die. Then, I said, oh, what a bad case of pneumonia, but it was in the summer. Until somebody asked for proper testing and they found it was Legionnaires' disease. So, me and my mother was positive with anthrax, this NYPD, this terrorist organization. Then, Eric Garner was helping us to sue the NYPD, and they went and choked them around my birthday. So I've been homeless on the street for 15 years. My mother was a U.S. citizen, we were both from Nigeria, and they wouldn't help me with any housing. I said, all the homeless are crazy, they're going to be killing people like me. So they freeze me, and the MTA CEO, Jan Oliba, he said he has tricks to get rid of all the homeless. So anytime I go to the bathroom, they will come and arrest me. So somebody said I stole something, and they will bang my head on the wall as a Nigerian. So what's your name again? Mandani, you're 34 years old, I'm 44. you don't help me. I've been sending you videos of the horror I'm going through, and you came to meet me in front of the Stand Ferry. And it's like you were laughing at me. I said, sir, can you please help me? And you ran away from me. So the African life is not a joke. The black life is not a joke. These people are killers. They kill people for fun in this country. So man, then if I get killed, the blood will be on your hand. You came to make fun of me in front of two Broadway MTA quarters. So the MTA tries to kill me. I go in front of their office every day to beg for money, and they're supposed to get out of here, get out of here. You know, they've been hiring people to say that we're going to punch you if you keep coming back. We're going to beat you up. They say, you know, so your bag is blocking the road. I said, my bag is not blocking the road. So they freeze me at night. This is my, I bought this thermometer at the 99-cent store. Because they say in America, nobody will believe you. So they don't let me use the bathroom. And they've been trying to kill me in the bathroom. They arrested me last year, November, in the bathroom on Chambers Street. They said somebody called and said I stole something. And on my mother's birthday, my mother was born on the same day as Martin Luther King, January 19, 2026. It was snowing, so I covered myself with my blanket, and I was charging my phone on 34th Street, in Penn Station, at the phone kiosk. All of a sudden, I saw the police flash their torchlight at me. So I thought, you know, somebody was shooting me. So I was nervous. I removed my blanket. So I saw it was police officers. So I was like, why are you guys scaring me? They said, somebody called 911 and ran away. Use your phone booth you're using. I said, okay, if that is the case, please let me file a police report, because that's a felony. Nobody should be calling 911 near me and running away. They said, no, we don't need to file a police report. You know, it was just a mistake. I'm like, excuse you? Why are you defending a criminal? Somebody called 911, ran away, that's a felony. Making a false 911 report. How do you know the person made a mistake? I said, they always do that. Call 911 on me. The police said, no. So you're overreacting. Do you want us to lock you up? So I said, excuse me, you're threatening me? I said, in America, you police, you always kill blacks for fun. Anytime there's a police encounter. I said, somebody called 911 and ran away. And you now come flash your torchlight at me. I said, I want to report. You said, the person made a mistake. I said, how do you know the person? So we're going to lock you up if you keep telling us what to do. I said, okay, let me have your badge number. You are going to get arrested. So the police have declared war. That they're going to be killed. They killed my friend in Uganda, so they were making fun of him. And they went to kill my friend in Uganda. They wore the t-shirt Didi. I used to go to a Nigerian church called Synagogue. They said that prophet believed that I used to watch the church, they broadcast from Nigeria on YouTube live. So I used to watch the church, and that prophet believed Nigerians are the real Jew. And when they went to kill Eric Garner on my birthday, one of the police officers wore the t-shirt DD. DD is what Hitler normally puts in his diary the day he kills Jews. It said death day to the Jews. DD. And they said when they killed the Eric Garner, they were laughing, the police officers were laughing, and nobody knew what was so funny. So even the paramedic tried to resurrect him because Eric Garner had a weak pulse. I said the police officers were laughing at him, said it's not really dead, it's just pretending to be dead, so don't mind him, paramedic. So they were laughing. One of them wore a t-shirt said Didi, which means death day to the Jews. So they were mocking, he's helping a fake Jew, and he's a black American helping a fake Jew, and he has to die. I thought they had poisoned my mother with anthrax. I have hospital records. So your police are terrorists, your MT are terrorists, and my daddy, you came to make fun of me. So so you're leading this country into a place where they're killing immigrants. So Mandani, I'm warning you, under Section 1986 law, you can be arrested. Section 1986 law of US says any government official that refuse to help somebody because of the person's color shall be imprisoned. So don't get it twisted, Mandani. You're 34, I know you're young, I'm 44. People died for, Martin Luther King was killed. Malcolm X was killed. I'm going to keep talking. And people are going to march in your office. Arrest this terrorist in the MTA. Gino Libo, they're about to freeze me to death. They're provoking me. They say all they need to do is to make you snap. See, and the way I'm screaming, I'm a very quiet person from Nigeria. I don't like to scream. But they're freezing me. I pay my subway fare. A lot of people don't pay their subway fare. I pay my subway fare. And they're freezing me. So I arrest this train worker of the R train. All night long I've been freezing. You can see people hiding their hand. It was freezing. So they're playing the games that they're going to freeze me. I've been coughing and sneezing. So this doesn't need to happen. So my daddy don't support white terrorists. They've choked my friend dead at Regana, poisoned my mother with anthrax. There's hospital record. Regana was choked. And they said, they were claiming he had asthma. They didn't really choke him so good. They choked him. White T-shirt did it. Mandani and your Governor Oko, don't cover it up. If you cover the death of Regana Rock, you will be arrested as an accessory to murder. That means you're going to go to prison for the rest of your life. That will be the end of your American dream. So my daddy don't get it twisted. So they're calling people crazy. They drove Regana crazy. So I'm going to send you this video again. I sent you 1,000 videos last year. So you got blood on your hands, Mandani, trying to play cool. Say finally, so you were happy when they inaugurated you, that you're not part of the American dream. That place where they inaugurated you at City Hall, they had just dragged me all over the floor there, in the bathroom. You invited one guy is from Gaza. Immigration arrested him, took his green card away, said he lied, and you invited that guy to your inauguration. I don't know how you met with that guy, say you support fellow Muslims like you, but you never invited me to your inauguration. It's okay. My friend Regana dead, my mother dead. You didn't invite me to have a green card, my green card has been stolen. That guy had a green card, the immigration arrested him, said he lied in his green card application. His name is Khalid or something. Colombian college students. They said he was supporting Hamas and Trump took his green card. Regana wasn't supporting Hamas, he was supporting me and my mother. And they accused me of selling cigarette, choke him dead. I didn't get an invite to your inauguration. But it's okay, Mandani, if you're moving with the white crowd, but I know your secrets. I listened to WABC radio. They said the Arabs gave you money to run for office and they don't want you to solve anything. They just want you to be insulting Netanyahu. So you want Netanyahu to be insulted. You want Netanyahu arrested for killing so many Arabs. But Netanyahu said he only goes after the Arabs when they bomb his country, when he says he has the right to defend himself. So Regana was killed for helping me, because some blacks like me would believe they are Jews also, which is okay. And the police was including laughing. And what did he? Which is Hitler started that phrase. Didi. One of the Regana killers, you can watch it online. Regana killed. What a T-shirt did he? Left home wearing that T-shirt. That means they intended to kill Regana that day. I just met Regana in that neighborhood at that same spot where he was selling cigarettes, and he was telling me he's going to help me. I recorded him. FBI has everything. Because at that time I had an immigration case also. My mother was a U.S. citizen. I had a green card. But when I was a child, they tried to deport me as soon as I came from Nigeria. What haven't they put me through in this country? You, Mandani, you had a smooth ride. You had a smooth ride. My mother has been living here since 1970s. And when she went to Nigeria to pick me, they arrested me as a child at JFK. When your mother came here in the 1990s or whatever, and you came here with a student visa, they never arrested you. They said you can stay here with your mother because your mother had a student visa. My mother had a green card. I came here. They said I can't stay with my mother because green cards, they don't allow people to stay with their children with a green card. Which was a lie. They have a special visa they could have given at the airport called humanitarian visa, but they gave you the first class treatment because of the color of your skin. They treated me like the N-word and killed my friend on the ground like the N-word. And you came to make fun of me, Mandani, last year. As I'll send you like 1,000 messages every day last year. So they're freezing me on the train. Everybody's coughing and sneezing at me. I buy thermometers to record it. But they say, now they put the heat up, it's now 60 degrees. So see, my thermometer works. So they left the door open and turn up the heat. Anytime I'm accusing them of stuff, see now, the temperature has shoot up to 60 degrees, but before it was like 40 degrees. See? So my thermometer works. You can see now it's 60 degrees. Before it was 40 degrees when I started recording. So I should have to record for them to do what is right. So they said they're going to kill me in the bathroom. Their police are making an attempt to arrest me wrongfully. So they said they want to lock me up in the mental ward. So why am I complaining about everything? I said people are calling 911 and running away and making lies about me. And we said, why am I reacting? I should just let it go. Let it go so you can come back and kill me. You know, so Madani, stop the terrorism on the Black lives. Because the same way you came, you can end up going away in handcuffs. If you think immigrant life is for joke. Because a lot of immigrants, once you have your U.S. passport, you know, they can put me in a shelter. I don't have to, I can't wash myself up. I can't brush my teeth. My mother died with a U.S. passport. I used to have a green card. The police arrested me in Brooklyn, locked me up in the psych ward. Any little I do, they go and lock me up in the psych ward. I will have to threaten to sue before they release me from the psych ward. And all the hospital will be laughing, you know, making fun of my Nigerian name. Say we don't have to pronounce that shit. We don't have to learn to pronounce your fucking name. You know? So this is how you torture me, but God is above you. I'm a Nigerian Christian, you're a Muslim, Indian Muslim. You know, I thought you Indians were Hindu or whatever. You know, you say you learned to be a Muslim in America, you know. And now you say, you know, I think you want the police to kill me because you believe the Christian God is supporting Israel and America is supporting Israel. And we blacks have to be sacrificed because a lot of us are Christians. You Muslim, Arabs have to rise above us. So Madani, don't start that. Don't start killing the blacks for the Muslims. The US law don't allow you to do that. So please stop ignoring my messages. Please help me so we can bust this effing terrorist that killed Eric Garner. This fucking terrorist from NYPD that, you know, rendered my mother homeless and her own daughter poisoned her with cancer-free poison, and she ended up dying of a heart attack after that. Because my mother would have never lived with that daughter in Pennsylvania. My mother said that daughter is on drug. But when the police took her home, poisoned us with anthrax, my mother fled to Pennsylvania and said that daughter blindly poisoned her with cancer-free poison. And my mother fled back to New York and died. You know? So you need to help me bust this fucking terrorist. They said, you know something about my mother? You said you're a 34-year-old. And you said you called the NYPD terrorists in the past. So you know something. Mandana, you've been keeping quiet. I'm like, that's strange. How do you know there's terrorists? So that, you know, they said before you became mayor, you called the NYPD terrorists. So they have to be disbanded. And you came and made fun of me last year as I was sending you messages as a Nigerian Christian. Man, daddy, you on camera to Broadway. The police camera recorded you. And I'm going to sue you. So please donate to my Cash App NYC Homeless. They think if you don't have money, you know, nobody will listen to you. But the court will listen to me because I know how to type English real good. So I'm going to file a nice complaint against you under Section 1986 and ask the court to prosecute you criminally. So who the hell you think you are? I don't mean to insult you. I'm not a crazy person, but it's how they drive people crazy and shoot them dead in America. Okay, they're grooming me to drive me crazy.
Train ride.
You know. So please donate to my Cash App. My Cash App is NYC Homeless. I solemnly swear under United States perjury laws and U.S. Constitution and other relevant laws that I'm solely seeking non-conditional, charitable, humanitarian financial donation to my Cash App, NYC Homeless, and or to me in person. I do beg for money on the street. I'm not looking for prostitution, and or I'm not looking for marriage with anyone, and I'm not looking for membership in any sexual cult or gang or religious or social cult. And or I'm not looking for any master-slave relationship. I don't condone of the way they're treating me or the way they kill Eric Garner. I did not hire these people to torture me for fun. Their police will torture me and laugh about it. And I think they're planning to kill me and claim I asked them to torture me. Say they know me. No, I'm not part of any social cult, but they say when they kill a black person, they'll make up every lie. So I do not condone the enslavement of they're putting me through. So I'm issuing this disclaimer. So if you're watching my video to let you know if I die, these people need to be arrested even while I'm alive, please donate money to me so I can go to court. You know, because sometimes they don't understand that, you know, Black Lives Matter. I have to type a court case and file in federal court and ask for them to come to court so that, you know, they can all be deposed. This man Danny knows something about the way Eric Garner was killed and is keeping quiet. That's not nice. He called the NYPD a terrorist. He's a 34-year-old and 44-year-old. How come he knows a little too much, but he's keeping his mouth shut? And he came to make fun of me last year. And the MTA, they think they got the go-ahead, and they're freezing me up on the train. The temperature earlier was 40 degrees on the train. I was coughing and sneezing. I was about to be frozen to death. I was having pneumonia, and pneumonia makes you tired. I was so tired, but I still got up, and I'm doing this recording. You know, so they deny me housing, freeze me to death, and nobody helps me. So please, y'all, please donate to my Cash App NYC Homeless and report terrorism, even if it's being done by New York City, by the mayor's office, or by the police department. You can win money under the whistleblower law, because your federal taxpayers is funding New York City budget. New York City has a budget of like over $100 billion, and they get like 30 billion from the feds. And under the federal law, anybody that gets money from the feds shouldn't discriminate. So for discriminate against minorities like me, Eric Garner, they let the Eric Garner killer walk free, didn't let me testify, did the case behind my back. You know, I shouldn't have to be the one investigating, telling them this is what I saw in the crime scene. That one of the Eric Garner killers wore a t-shirt, DD is an undercover police. That DD means dead day to the Jews. I used to watch a Nigerian Jewish Christian broadcast called the Synagogue Church. You know, it's in my immigration papers also that I'm a member of the Synagogue Church in Nigeria. You know, and the police officer went and choked him, wore a t-shirt DD. You know, and the camera picked the police officer up. And he said that the police officer was telling the cameraman, don't record, don't record, don't record. Conscious of guilt. Okay? And the police officer is walking free. And Mandani called the NYPD terrorist, but you never say more than that. And when I approached you to have evidence, you came, I sent you videos, you came last year to mock me and didn't help me. You're covering up a murder, Mandani. If you didn't know then, now you know. So every step you take forward, you have blood on your hands, Mandani. And when they jack you up, arrest you, you're going down for murder. That means maybe life in prison. That may be the end of your American dream. And with your US passport, they can take it from you for covering up a murder. Your US naturalization certificate doesn't allow you to cover a murder. So you can go from American dream to be in Guantanamo Bay on your way out. Okay? So don't get it twisted. You know, I'm an immigrant. I don't need to mock you, deride you as an immigrant myself. I'm just letting you know a little something. Okay, I'm just a Nigerian with a green card. The police arrested me, even took my green card away. I can't even brush my teeth. Okay, but you are in the city. I used to come on the train 5 years ago that people should donate money to me. I want to run for mayor, but the Arabs donate the money to you because you're lighter skin. You know, because they don't want this city to have peace. They want the killing of blacks to continue. They want people protesting, and so that you will be insulting Netanyahu. You know, I don't sacrifice the black blood, my Danny. I'm not threatening you because of immigration status. I'm just letting you know. You know that we immigrants were not safe. There's a target on our back. Once you have your immigration status, they can always take your US passport away for covering up a murder of Eric Garner. Okay?